Hey Sterling, before anything, thank you for the amazing job so far. Your insights, knowledge on women, dating, supplementation, and masculine mindset are a breath of fresh air from the garbage they try to feed us daily. Well, you're welcome. Thank you. I'm a 32-year-old man. I've been on a journey of self-improvement since last year. I've focused on getting in better shape, learning new skills, upgrading my relationships, and overall trying to become a better person and a better man. However, I struggle when it comes to approaching attractive women in person, whether it's at a club or other in-person setup. Mainly because I have no idea how to approach them, how to read signs of interest from women, what to talk about, and how to lead them to intimacy. One step at a time, first of all. You want to focus on the first two things before you focus on the last two things. I've had some success in online dating, and I think maybe it's because I have more time to prep and think about what I want to say, possibly, and talk about, because she's not there in front of me. I guess it lowers the pressure, very likely. When we eventually get a date, I'm also doing decently well. By the way, your how to seal the deal is fire. It really helps. Thank you. I want to move out of online dating apps to quality of women is just not what I'm looking for, but that has uncovered all of my gaps and shortcomings when it comes to women. And what kind of advice would you give someone like me? Once again, thank you for congratulations on your work. So you need to become a social guy, right? Being social and talkative is a habit. It's like a muscle. You've got to exercise that muscle. And the easiest way, the lowest resistance way to just develop this muscle, because people used to call this thing, like, there's a concept back in the day called flow state, or flow, or being in state, right? In regards to like talking to women. Because what you'll find is like the more experience you get with this, I used to go out every fucking night of the week. It was like because I had this problem myself. And there was when in my early to mid 20s, and there was a stretch of a year where every fucking day, or every night I should say, I went out 7 nights a week for a year straight, and all I did was go up and talk to women, like approach women for a fucking year straight, just to get this shit sorted, to get it handled, and learn. Like get that inoculation of like social skills, social exposures, reading body language cues, learning like when a woman is attracted, is not attracted, learning like the signs to read, like all this sort of stuff. Just crammed like, a decade's worth of experience into like a year. That was my plan, and it worked. So, but it means it's a skill, and learning to read all this stuff is a skill. So let's start with how to approach them above everything else before you move on, and how to read signs of interest to a degree, before worrying about like leading them to intimacy. And what to talk about is probably more important as well. But being social is a skill. So the easiest, lowest hanging fruit, the path of least resistance for you is going to be making being social a habit. This is something I should have done. Looking back, so I've actually learned from the things I did and how to do it better. And the way you do this is you compliment every ugly, fat, and old lady you ever see throughout the day. Every single old lady you see, every single ugly lady you see, every single fat lady you see, you compliment them. That's step one. Because you don't give a shit, right? Just do that for a month straight, every day. In the subway, in the elevator, in the shopping mall, like in the grocery store, fucking whenever. Every fat, old, and ugly lady you see, find something to compliment them on, and just carry on with your day. I like your purse, it looks great on you. That's a lovely hat. Those shoes look awesome on you. You have a fantastic smile. Keep walking. Doesn't matter, you just throw it out there, and you want nothing back, and you keep going. That's going to do a few things. One, it's going to make you more talkative. It's going to make you happier. It's going to make you more gregarious. It's going to make you more social in general. You're making somebody's day by saying that, and it makes you feel good to make someone happy. It's called, that's how humans are wired. So your brain is going to associate happy feelings with random, spontaneous conversations with people. It might end up turning into a conversation. That's why you kind of do it in these throwaway scenarios where it's no pressure, low pressure, and you can move on from the conversation because you're just out and about having your day. And then you can start to, after like a week, maybe after 2 weeks of doing that, you do the exact same thing, but you do it to every woman you see. You do it to the pretty ones as well. You keep doing it to the ugly ones. You always keep doing it to the ugly ones and the fat ones and the old ones. You always keep doing it to those ones. But then occasionally when you see a pretty one, you start doing it to her as well. And you just throw it out there and you carry on with your day. You don't expect anything. You don't stick around trying to engage a conversation. You don't fucking do anything. You just throw it out there and carry on. And you're going to get used to what you're going to notice. It's going to take away that pressure. Because you're not trying to get anything from her. So you're going to come across more charming. You're not going to come across as creepy and weird anymore. Eventually, after enough time, enough practice. And you might start to recognize signs of interest. You might start to recognize when someone's smiling and very receptive and very happy for this, especially because you're doing this on ugly girls as well as hot girls. And what you'll find is because you're not interested in the ugly girls at all, you're going to start to recognize when you throw out a compliment like this, if an ugly girl is actually into you or a fat girl is actually into you, you're going to see the body language cues from the fat one when they're actually into you, but you're not into them, which is going to make them more attracted to you. So then your brain's going to start recognizing the signals. So when you eventually do it to a hot chick, and you either see positive signs or you don't see those signs again, your brain's going to learn from that. Oh, reference experience. Oh, that's what it means when she's attracted. That's what it means when she's not attracted. So this is the way you start this. This is how you start to overcome that anxiety around like talking to women and approaching them. Because you make it a habit and make it a social habit and you make it a habit that your brain associates with feeling good. And that's how you start to pick up on signs of interest. Because you're doing it to all women. Start there. And then you can start to work on like having longer conversations, learning how to give you some things to build on after that. Like learn how to tell stories, have interesting things to talk about, have an interesting life, have hobbies, have topics of conversation you're interested in, have strong opinions. That's another big one. Being a little bit edgy and having very strong opinions on things, but learning to say things in a charming, funny, charismatic, and kind of joking way, whilst being serious, kind of gives you an edge to yourself. And then leading to intimacy, I would say the best guide for that. I have a book called How to Seal the Deal. It's all about like how to set up a date and lead to intimacy, so you can follow that. But the first half is everything I just talked about, which is the more important part, is like the lead generation in the first place. So work on that, my friend, and good luck to you.